So in this video, we are going to learn how to send bulk SMS from Google Sheets. Let's say you are having the details of your customers in a Google Sheet and you want to send some kind of SMS notification to all the customers in bulk. So today we came up with an automation which is going to completely automate this process. So in this automation, just by adding a new row of data, just by adding the SMS message which you want to send to your customer in a Google Sheet, this automation will trigger. After that, from our customers Google Sheet, we are going to get the details of all the customers to whom we want to send the SMS. And after that, using Twilio, we are going to send the SMS message to all the customers in bulk. So all you have to do is just add the SMS message which you want to send in a dedicated Google Sheet. Now, if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is the Google Sheet where I'm entering the SMS body, the SMS which I want to send to my customers, to my users. And there is another Google Sheet in which I'm having all the details of the customer. I have the customer name, email, and their phone number as well. Now I want that whenever I add a new row of SMS body, whenever I add a new SMS in this first SMS notification Google Sheet, automatically this SMS should be sent to all the customers whose data I have in the second Google Sheet. And to send the SMS, we will be using Twilio as the SMS sending service. But instead of this, you can use any other SMS sending service of your choice. Now for that, we have to connect both of the Google Sheets and Twilio. And we will be using Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration platform to make this connection. So here you can see we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. And to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. Let's say I want to name my automation workflow as Send Bulk SMS. Instead of this, you can basically give any name to your choice. Then select the folder of your Pabbly Connect account in which you want to create the workflow and click on Create. Now when we click on Create, here you will see an automation workflow will be created in our Pabbly Connect account. And in this workflow, you can see 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on. Where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with the trigger window. Now the idea here is, first, we have to connect our first Google Sheet, our SMS notification Google Sheet, the Google Sheet in which we are entering the SMS body with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step. So that whenever we enter a new SMS body, a new row of data in this sheet, automatically the data of that new message will be received inside Pabbly Connect and this automation workflow will trigger, it will start. Then after that, we have to get the details of all the customers which we have in the customer Google spreadsheet. And then using Twilio, we will be sending SMS notification, the same SMS which we have entered in the first sheet. We will be sending the same SMS to all the users, to all the customers using this Pabbly Connect automation. So let's start setting this up. Starting from our trigger window in Choose App, search for Google Sheets. Just select it. After selecting Google Sheets in Trigger Event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New or Updated Spreadsheet Row. After selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now using this webhook URL, we have to connect our Google spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect, our SMS notification sheet with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step. Now you must be thinking how we are going to add this webhook URL in this Google spreadsheet. And to add it, we just have to follow the instructions given below over here. Copy this webhook URL from here and go to your SMS notification sheet. Go to the Google Sheet where you are entering the SMS body. Then just go to Extensions, Add-ons and click on Get Add-ons. After clicking on Get Add-ons, we will reach to Google Workspace Marketplace. And here in Search app, search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So here you can see Pabbly Connect Webhooks. This add-on is already installed in my Google spreadsheet. You just have to install this same add-on into your own Google Sheets account. And after installing it, just refresh your Google Sheets once. This is a very important step. After refreshing our Google spreadsheet, here you will see once again we'll go to Extensions and Pabbly Connect Webhooks. This add-on will be visible. It will be added over here. Just hover on it and click on Initial Setup. After clicking on Initial Setup, here you can see it is basically asking us 3 different things. The first one is Selected Sheet. So it is most likely possible that in your Google spreadsheet, you might have created multiple sheets over here. So the SMS body, so the new row of data or new SMS details from which sheet we want to send to Pabbly Connect, we have to select that. So right now I have only one sheet in this Google spreadsheet named as sheet 1. That's why by default it has selected sheet 1. Then after that, here it is asking us for the webhook URL. Now here in webhook URL, we have to paste the exact same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. Just copy it from here and then paste it over here. And after pasting the webhook URL, it is asking us for the trigger column. Now you must be thinking, what is this trigger column? So trigger column is basically the last data entry column, the last column of our Google spreadsheet in which we are entering some kind of text or some kind of data. So here you can see in the background, the column B is going to be my trigger column because it is the last column in which we are entering some text. After column B, all the columns of my Google spreadsheet are blank. So here what we are going to do, we are going to select column B as the trigger column. And after selecting a trigger column, just click on this send test button. Now when we click on send test, here you can see it is showing us test data sent successfully. Means the data of the first row after the headers, means the data of row number 2 is sent to Pabbly Connect using this webhook URL. So we'll go to our Pabbly Connect workflow, and here you can see in this trigger step, we have received some response. And in this response, you can see the details of this exact same row, this row number 2. Here you can see the same trigger column which we have selected, which we have entered. We can see the same spreadsheet name, SMS notification. Then here you can see the same SMS body which we have added in this row number 2 of the Google Sheet. You can see the row index as row number 2. We have the data of row number 2 and also the date, the same date which we have entered over here. This means the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed, where we have successfully received the new SMS which we are entering in our Google Sheet in our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now after this, just click on submit, and after clicking on submit, it is showing us setup configured successfully. Now close the window, go to extensions, and in Pabbly Connect webhooks, select this send on event option. By selecting send on event, we are telling this Google Sheet, we are telling this add-on, whenever a new row of data is added, whenever a new SMS body with date is added in the Google Sheet, automatically send the data of that new row, that new SMS to Pabbly Connect. And the automation workflow will trigger directly by entering the SMS body in our Google Sheet. So after completing the step 1, what we have to do, we will move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to send these SMSs to all the users, to all the customers which we have in this particular Google spreadsheet. And to do this, first we have to get the details of all the customers which we have in this Google spreadsheet in our Pabbly Connect workflow. So we will just scroll down, come to this Actions tab, and here in Choose App, we will search for Google Sheets. Just select it. After selecting Google Sheets, in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Get Rows. So here we have this action event of Get Rows. So just select this action event over here. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect in the action step once again. And this time to make the connection, just click on this Sign In with Google button. Then after that, select your Google Sheets account in which you have the Google Sheet with all the customer data. Scroll down and click on Continue. And as we click on Continue, we will see our Google Sheets account will get connected with Pabbly Connect in the action step as well. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is to select the spreadsheet. And here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the Google spreadsheet which I have in my Google Sheets account. Out of all of this, we have to select the spreadsheet from which we are having the all customer data, from which we want to get all the customer data inside Pabbly Connect. So I have this spreadsheet named as all customers data. So from this drop down, I'm going to select that spreadsheet over here. After selecting the spreadsheet, here it is asking us to select the sheet. So it is most likely possible that in this same spreadsheet, you might have created multiple sheets over here. So data from which sheet we want to receive inside Pabbly Connect, we have to select that. Right now, we have only one sheet that is named as Sheet 1. And here in the drop down, you can see the same sheet, Sheet 1. So just select that. After that, it is asking us for the range, that the data of what range we want to receive inside Pabbly Connect. Now to get the range, we are going to just select the data of all the customers which we have in this Google spreadsheet. So just select all the data which you have, and after selecting the data, here you can see in the range section, you can see the range A2:C91. So I have the data from cell A2 to cell C91. So this is going to be my range and I want to get all of this data in Pabbly Connect. So we are going to enter the range over here. After entering the range, let's read the important note which says you can use range as A2:D to get all filled rows. D is the last column header of the sheet. Also ensure that you must have data in the given range. Now here what you can do, if you are adding some new customer, if you are regularly adding some new customer in this Google spreadsheet and you want that the next time when we send the SMS, we want to get the data, get the details of those customers as well. In that case, you can avoid entering the range with this column. So the data is asking, the range is starting from A2, column A2, but it will take the data of all the rows which we will be having in this Google spreadsheet. It will not only restrict to row 91, it will have the data till row 100 or row 110. If you are adding some new data of new customers regularly, in that case, it will be taking that new data as well. So that's why we are going to remove this row number from this range from last. So the data range is A2:C. So it uses the cell and after colon C is the column that till this particular column we want to get the data of all the filled rows. After entering the range, here you can see this simple response button. We have to turn this simple response button off and click on save and send test request. Now after clicking on save and send test request, here you can see we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that we have received an array of data. We have received a collective array of data of all the customers whose details we had in our Google spreadsheet. So here you can see the data of all the customers is successfully received inside Pabbly Connect in this array format. Now after receiving this data, what we want to do? We want to basically convert this data from this array format to a simpler format. And also we want to send the SMS notification using Twilio, the same SMS which we have entered in our first sheet. We want to send the same SMS to all of these customers, to all of these users using Twilio. Now to start processing the data, now to convert this data from array format to simpler format and to process this data one by one, to process the details of the customer, to process the data of one row one by one, we will be using a feature, a module of Pabbly Connect that is called iterator. So using iterator, we are going to iterate all of this data of all the customers received from Google Sheet and one by one we will be sending SMS notification to all of them. Now to use the iterator, just scroll down and click on this add action step button over here. And then here in choose app, select iterator. After selecting iterator in action event from the drop down, select the action event as process array because we want to process this array of data which we have received from Google spreadsheet. Then after selecting process array, just click on this connect button. And after clicking on connect, here you can see it is asking us to choose the array. But in the drop down, it has by default, it has automatically detected the response which we have received in array format and selected that. After selecting this response, after selecting the array, just click on save and send test request. And when we click on save and send test request, here you can see we have received some response. In this response, you can see the details, the data of the first row of our Google Sheet, the data of the first customer which we had in our Google Sheet is received over here in the response. We have the same customer name, we have the same email, and also the same mobile number which we have added of the customer in Google spreadsheet. So in this way, using iterator, it is going to process the array, it is going to process the data of one row, one customer at a time, and it will continue the automation after this step one by one. So first we are going to send the SMS notification to our first customer. Then after sending the SMS to the first customer, iterator will process the data of the row number 2 of the second customer, and it will send the SMS using Twilio to that. After using iterator, we are just going to move to the last step where we have to add our Twilio account to send the SMS. So we will just scroll down and click on this add action step button over here. And then here in choose app, search for Twilio. Now, as I told you, we are just taking an example of Twilio, but instead of Twilio, you can use any other service to send this bulk SMSs in Pabbly Connect. After selecting Twilio in action event from the drop-down, select the action event as send SMS message. And after selecting the action event, just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here we have to connect our Twilio account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the account SID authorization token. And once again, we have to enter the account SID of our Twilio account. Now you must be thinking how we are going to get all of these details. So to get these details, just go to your Twilio account, and after going here, just scroll down, and here you will see the account SID and auth token of your Twilio account. Just copy the account SID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here, and once again over here. After that, go back to Twilio, copy the auth token and paste it over here as well. And after entering these details, just click on save. Now when we click on save, here you can see our Twilio account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. And after making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the body of the SMS. That what is the body of the SMS which we want to send. Let's say I want my message to be hello, and after hello, I want to mention the name of the customer to whom we are sending the message. So we have received the name of the customer, we have received the details of the customer in iterator responses. So here, as we click on this field, you can see in drop down, we can see a list of all the responses which we have received from previous 3 steps. Out of all of this, from iterator responses, we are going to select the response of customer name and we are going to map it. In this way, whatever customer we will be sending the SMS, that customer's name will be added in that SMS message as well. After hello and entering the name, in the next line, I want to mention the same SMS message, same SMS body which we have entered in our Google spreadsheet. So what we are going to do, we will be using the same process of mapping. So here in the trigger step responses, you can see we have received the response of the Google spreadsheet. Basically, we have received the response of SMS body. And from this trigger responses, we are going to map the response of SMS body in this Twilio action step. So just click here, and from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, from trigger step responses, select the response of SMS body and it will be mapped. After mapping the body, after creating the SMS body, it is asking us sender number. So we have to enter the sender's number of our Twilio account. And to get it, once again we'll go to our Twilio account, and here you can see my Twilio phone number. This is our sender's number. Just copy it from here and then paste it over here. After pasting the sender number, it is asking us recipient number. Now here in recipient number, we have to enter the mobile number of the customer to whom we want to send the SMS. So we have entered this phone number in this all customer data sheet. We have the data in this sheet. So we will just map the response of this phone number, customer phone number, from iterator responses. So just click here, and from the drop down, select the response of phone number and it will be mapped. In this way, whatever phone number of the customer we will be having in this all customer sheet, on the same number we are going to send the message. And after mapping the recipient phone number, here in the help text it says enter the contact number of the recipient, example this. So it is showing us that we have to enter the recipient number with the plus sign, country code and then the 10 digits mobile number. Now here you will see that the mobile number which we had in our Google Sheet is the country code and the mobile number, but the plus sign is missing. So before this recipient phone number, before this mapped data, we will manually add the plus sign, and in this way it will complete the recipient number. And after mapping all of these details, just scroll down and click on this Save and Send Test Request button. And after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received the response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that this particular SMS has been sent to this user's mobile number, to this mobile number which we have as the customer in our Google spreadsheet. So let's check it. We will check the SMS inbox of this number. And yes, here you can see the SMS is received on the same number, and the SMS says hello demo customer, means the same customer name which we had in our Google Sheet. Great news, we have rolled out amazing new offers on all our products. We have got special deals waiting for you. Don't miss out of these fantastic savings. Check them out here at pabbly.com and treat yourself today. So here you can see this is the exact same message which we have just now entered in our Google spreadsheet. This was the message and the same message is sent. Now in this way, we have successfully created this automation workflow, and after creating this automation workflow, as I enter a new SMS body in this Google Sheet, automatically the same SMS will be sent to all the customers whose data we have in our Google spreadsheet. So let's check it. I'm just going to enter the today's date, and we are going to enter a SMS body as, for example, we are testing. So this is the message which I want to send. So just now I have added a new row of data. I have added a new SMS body in this Google Sheet. And we will see instantly within second, this same message will be sent to all the customers whose data we had in our Google spreadsheet. So we can't check the SMS inbox of all the customers. So what we are going to do, we will go to the history section of this automation workflow, and yes, here you can see just now this automation workflow was executed. And here in this automation workflow, you can see from Google Sheet, we have received the same message via testing. And then using this automation, the same message is sent to all the customers whose number we had in our Google spreadsheet. This means the automation workflow of sending bulk SMSs from Google Sheet which we have created, it is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this exact same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestions, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.